It is a beautiful frosty morning here. The sun is shining very brightly, and I don't think it's picking it up on the video, but the grass is just glistening from the frost, and the sun is glowing. Good morning, everyone. It has been a very long time since I've made a video, but we're leading up to Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday on March 31st. And so I thought, you know what? I just want to step in here and I just want to give a little devotion on just what led up to this crucifixion, those 7 days leading up to Christ's crucifixion. And the word Hosanna was the word that began the most explosive 7 days in all of eternity. Never would there be a week nor a word that would so profoundly, impact every life in recorded history. It was Passover week in Jerusalem, and nearly 2.5 million people were crowding the streets of this ancient city. All adult Jewish males were required to come to Jerusalem 3 times a year, with Passover being one of those times. What a week for a presentation of a king. As Jesus rode through the jammed streets, the mass of humanity threw their cloaks on the way ahead of him. Fittingly, such was the historical way that a population would welcome their victorious king home from battle. This exuberant crowd cut branches from trees along the way and threw them in front of the king on his donkey. They waved the branches high above their heads as they proclaimed, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest." These people were worshipers. They were declaring, everything that we have is yours. So the question I want to pose to you is, are you a worshiper? When Jesus enters our life, our Jerusalem, we must respond with wholehearted obedience and genuine praise. We must enter into an experience of worship so dynamic that it causes us to sacrifice our own comfort and even our traditions. So, has the presence of Christ caused a genuine stir in your life? Have you responded to his triumphant procession with the reckless abandonment of absolute worship? When confronted with the kingship of Jesus Christ, many of us hold back and refuse to change our style of worship. A genuine experience with the Son of God ought to cause an expression of worship that goes beyond and way beyond the official structure of what many would consider acceptable worship. As we prepare our hearts and lives for his death and resurrection, we must first join with the voices of history and declare passionately and sincerely, Hosanna in the highest. Thanks for listening, and today's scripture devotion was based on the scripture found in Luke chapter 19, verses 19 to 41, and again in Isaiah 55, verses 6 through 12. And I hope that you will join me for the next one.